Let me ask you a question. Can you imagine having one of the greatest baseball experiences of your life be completely overshadowed by something that you did 6, 7 years ago? Well, that's exactly what happened to Sean Newcomb, the Braves' young pitcher, over the weekend. On Sunday, he was pitching a no hitter, and some reporter started looking through his social media, looking through his tweets. I don't know how she found it, but went back to tweets from 2011 and 2012 and saw a bunch of inappropriate language, some racial slurs, some homophobic slurs, and posted it. And so after the game, after he had one of his most incredible starts ever, he went 8 2/3 innings of no hit baseball. He got a no hitter broken up in the the top of the ninth with 2 outs. It was actually a 2-2 count too. But he's expecting just praise from the press, just so much words of affirmation, so much glory. Talking about what one of his most incredible baseball achievements, and all the questions are about his past and about these insensitive tweets, these inappropriate tweets, and is that the way he really feels? Does he really not like those racists, and is he really homophobic? So that's what he's got to do. The Braves have to release a press statement, and I go online and to look at it this morning, and then find out that a Nationals player, Trey Turner, had to do the exact same thing. Some tweets of his that got dug up coincidentally in around the 2011 period were brought up as well, and he had to answer for those. Baseball's having to do this a lot, because earlier this month, I think it was a Milwaukee Brewers reliever, Hader, I think, he was in the All-Star game, and since he was in the All-Star game, he's getting this national exposure. Well, all his social media presence got brought up, and back when he was younger, the inappropriate tweets surfaced, and he had to question on those. Now, I know players, you probably hear this all the time. Be careful what you post on social media. Whatever you post out there is going to stay in the world, and you're going to have to answer it for one day. And most players think, high schoolers who are 15, 16 years old, or, maybe even younger than that, think, you know what, that's for people who are younger than me. That's for people who don't know any better. I'm old now, I'm mature, I understand what's right and wrong, and I understand what's inappropriate, and I would never do that. Well, one, these tweets that these players sent, they were 18, 19, sometimes 20 years old. So they're actually older than you. They're an adult, they're mature, and they're still sending out these inappropriate tweets. Two, I don't think any of these tweets were, original tweets. It wasn't like they were just sitting there and then just wrote a random tweet that was homophobic or a racial slur. They were either replies to their friends, so their friends were sent, these inappropriate tweets, and they were replying to them with inappropriate material, but it was all brought on because of their friend. Another big thing that they're doing is not retweeting, but quoting song lyrics. So they're listening to one of their favorite songs, or a favorite song lyric has something that they want to express to the world, and they're tweeting it. And most of the time it's, a rap song, and so it's got the N words in it. It's got, homophobic slurs in it, and they're just retweeting it as is, directly like the lyric says in the song, because that's what they want to convey. But then the world sees it as they tweeted it, even though it's very clear that it's from a lyric to a song. Also, players are getting in trouble for what they're retweeting. It could not even be their original post, but they just retweeted something insensitive or inappropriate, and it's like that they're actually saying it. So a lot of these players now in high school realize the power of social media, realize that they can't post anything inappropriate, but they're commenting on inappropriate posts. They're retweeting inappropriate posts. They're posting song lyrics. That's a huge thing that kids are doing these days, is posting song lyrics to try and express how they feel. and the song lyrics are inappropriate. And so then down the road, people are going to think that that's how you felt, that's how you act, and that's how you think. And so you're going to have to answer for it. It's like you saying it. So not only do you have to be aware of what you're posting, you have to be aware of what your friends are posting. You have to be aware of what you're commenting on, what you're liking, what you're retweeting. There's a lot of people. I was at somewhere and they were going through like social media profiles, and the presenter was like, "All right, who would be okay if we looked at your social media, your Facebook, and went through it? Would you be okay if we did that? Would there be inappropriate things or things that you'd even be embarrassed of?" Pretty much everybody said like, yeah, you can go through my profile, you can go through my page, and that'd be fine, and I keep it on locks pretty well and don't do anything inappropriate. But then he asked, well, what if I looked through 10 of your friends' profile? How would you feel then? And no one wanted to do that because they don't know what your friends are posting. They don't know what they're saying, and that's a lot of what's happening is your friends out there who have nothing to lose, who may not be going to college, definitely aren't playing sports. They're out there doing inappropriate stuff on social media, and then when you react to it, when you engage to it, it's like you're agreeing with it, you're taking part of it as well, and that's how you think. So that's the stuff in today's age, what you need to be weary of, and what you need to look out for, and what you need to always be conscious of. So not only do you have to know what you're posting, but you have to understand what you're reacting to, what you're commenting on, and what you're liking. So if you have any questions or if you need help with social media, hit me up, and I will catch you guys later.